Hey, this is Joe from the 222 Paranormal Podcast. Podcast comes out every Sunday at 2:22 p.m. We've been on the air for 9 years now. We've got tons of episodes for you to listen to. But on this video, this is what I want to talk to you about. So me and Jen were sitting here in our studio, with the microphones and everything, recording. And we were talking about covered bridges. And we got an EVP. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. We had another EVP where we were talking about the Greenbrier ghost, and we actually had a woman screaming. We recorded a woman screaming. But this is different. Okay, this is a EVP that's about 6 seconds long. It's a regular sentence and everything, and we can't figure out what it is. So let me set it up. We were talking about covered bridges. Okay. So we did a bunch of different stories on covered bridges, and we're getting towards the end. And the last one I wanted to cover was the Sachs Covered Bridge, which is in Gettysburg. And I started my sentence with, now I want to talk about the Sachs Covered Bridge. It's the most haunted bridge in the United States because it was during the Civil War. And this one, and then we got the EVP. And I'll play that for you. But I've sent this out to a bunch of people. I know you guys know Reverend Tim Shaw. He's been all over the television. He's been on a lot of the television shows. I sent it to him, and we were talking one night, and he's like, well, maybe a CB? And I'm like, yeah, no. I remember back, I don't know, 5, maybe even 20 years ago, we used to set up the band, and once in a while you would get CBs over the amps, which kind of makes sense. But the equipment that we use, I use the Zoom H6 recorder, which has no transmitting ability, has no receiving ability. You have to plug everything in. And it's all hooked up right now, or else I'd show you. But, it hooks up to our microphones. I got a track, Jen's got a track, and then the music has a track. So me and Reverend Tim Shaw were talking about CBs and how they would interfere with our equipment. So that's what I was thinking it might have been. But the problem with that is it would almost have to be so powerful that it was in the neighbor's driveway right next door, and it did. So the next thing I was thinking is maybe air traffic control, because in the EVP that I'll play it for you in a second, but in the EVP, it sounds like they say check the traffic, and then they say stuff, which is weird because we're talking about covered bridges, and all of a sudden we get this. So anyhow, I know that I'm kind of babbling right now, but let me play you the EVP. Okay, so the first one I'm going to play is what me and Jen heard when we were recording. Okay, you may not be able to hear it because it is quiet. We had our headphones on at the time, so we heard it clear as day. So let me play this for you, and I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
This one here, it's...
You hearing something? Did you hear that?
I'm hearing voices.
I don't think it was my phone.
I hope that picked it up on.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Strange things happen when we podcast.
Editor, do not cut that out.
Yeah, we want to hear that.
Yeah, so that was what we heard. Okay. And I know that, like I said, if you don't have headphones on, you probably didn't hear anything. You just heard us. But we had our headphones on. We could hear it clear as day. And what I did was I went and edited out everything that we're talking. So all you hear is what we captured. So I want to play that for you now. I raised the volume up a little bit on it so you can hear better. But take a listen to it and tell me what you think in the comments. I don't know. So yeah, what was that? Let me play it again for you. I'll try to boost the volume up a little more in case you can't really hear much. But yeah, try to listen to it. And we've listened to this over and over, so your guess is as good as mine. So yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can figure is it could be air traffic control, you know, but their radios are not that powerful that we could pick it up without an antenna or anything. It's not even on the right frequency. Like I said, I use the Zoom H6 recorder. So if you want to look up the Zoom H6, it doesn't transmit, it doesn't receive. Everything has to be plugged into it. So I don't know. It could be paranormal. Very weird, though, that we're talking about covered bridges and how haunted they are, and we get that EVP. To me, it sounds like check the traffic and then they say something. So I don't know. It's not the first time. We get our listeners message us all the time and say they get EVPs during our recordings. And lots of times I won't hear them. Sometimes if we're recording in a loud area, because we do record our shows at the conventions that we go to, sometimes you can't hear there, and you pick up a lot of stuff there. But here in the studio, I mean, it's pretty controlled. I've got soundproofing all over the walls. The neighborhood is not that loud. Once in a great while, you hear a car go by or a helicopter, but I don't know. So anyways, let me play it for you one more time, and then I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. And check out our show, the 222 Paranormal Podcast. I have a lot of videos out. Our show is an audio show. It's not a video show. So check it out wherever you get your podcast from. But let me play you that EVP one more time. And let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. I don't know. Like I say, stranger things have happened while we recorded. So anyhow, take a listen and I'll let you go.